To asking means you are Shishya. Giving the answer means I am Guru. And Guru's seat is always higher than the Shishya. So you have to give me a higher seat where I will sit, and from below you have to ask me the question with folded hands. As is the tradition of the spirituality, of the religion, in that tradition you have to ask me the question. The king was so curious to know the answer, he said, okay, I am getting down over there where you are standing now, you come and sit in my throne and tell me the answer. And this man went, the servant, he went and sat, and he lifted his legs and sat over there like the traditional gurus, squatting over there on the throne. Everybody was taken aback. How come you sit over there? But the new king got down, folded his hands and said, please reply, where is God? Show me. He said, okay, but bring a bucket full of water and a packet of salt. He brought, and he said, mix the salt. So the salt was mixed in the water. Then he said, where is the salt? Show me. How can I show? It is in the down water? Yes. It is on the top water? Yes. Left side, right side, this side, that side, everywhere is the salt. But why can't you show it to me? Because it is mixed. Only you have to taste, then only you will realize, otherwise not. Then this person said, same answer about the God. God is all pervading, everywhere. Only you have to realize, in this case, as you have to taste the water to understand the salt, as salt is everywhere, but you cannot see it, you can taste it, can understand it. Similarly, God is everywhere. Only thing you have to realize it. Everyone was convinced. The king was okay. My second answer, in which way God looks? Which is the side? To east, west, north, where? He said, close all the doors and windows, make the room dark. When it was done, he said, then light a candle. Then he said, which side is the light? He said, everywhere. Similarly, God looks at a time, everything. The king was taken aback. How could he? Then the last question, what is the power of God? Show me. Then he said, open all the doors and windows. Send someone to call your minister. I think that he should come and give this last answer to you, to give you the respect. And he was sitting over there. The people went and called the minister. Minister came. He was trembling. He was thinking that the fool has made some mistake and both of us going to be beheaded. He came, and from the main door he saw he is sitting on the throne and the king is standing over there in the courtyard and with the folded hand. He thought, oh my God, what he has done. Both of us today is going to die. And he became so exhausted, he sat on the chair of the guard. The person who usually guard the door, on his chair he sat. Then this servant told, look, king, you're the so respected, intelligent, the minister. He is sitting on the chair of a servant, a guard. You, the powerful king of this kingdom, standing over there, folded hands. And I am an ordinary servant sitting on this throne. So God can do anything he likes. So everybody liked this idea, and this is in very simple form, through story, the God can do anything. But to understand God, we need a living person. And that is the reason God himself comes in the form of avatara. we find here Yato vacha nivartante aprapya manasasaha. The Shiva Samhita, it says, in the Upanishad also almost the same sloka is there. But the Shiva Samhita is telling the God cannot be expressed through words. No one can do it. The God is this, God is that. So many people, they try in that way, unnecessary. Because they won't, no one can do it because he is so vast. No one can do it. Yato vacha, vacha means the word, nivartante, come back, aprapya, without gating, manasasaha, along with the mind. As if my mind and my words, they went to in search of God and now coming back dejected. They couldn't do. Even the mind so subtle that also that mind also could not get any idea of God. So mind and the words are coming back, but sadhanad amalam jnanam sayam spurati tad dhruvam. It is true. Through sadhana, through penance, through austerity, through prayer, through sincerity, if you make your mind pure, then God Himself, itself, will reveal in your mind. That is sure. So that Shiva Samhita is telling, and we find that when our Vidyashagar is asking, has God given special power to someone? Then the Sri Ramakrishna is telling, why we have come to see you? Have you grown to horn on your head? Then why we have come? So many hundreds of people are there in Calcutta, and we have come all the way from Dakshineshwar to see you, to meet you, to talk to you. And for that we have taken the appointment. Why? Because the manifestation of God in you. And that's why you are having so much of knowledge, so much of compassion, so much of love, so much of sympathy for the ordinary people, suffering people. And do you think it is your power? No. It is the power of God manifesting through you. That's why people are attracted to you. So here he said, this Bhagavan, he comes. And who is this Bhagavan? And we find here, they are giving a description, a definition of Bhagavan, Utpattimcha Vinashamcha Bhutanam Agatim Gatim Vetti Vidyam Avidyamcha Savacha Bhagavaniti. He is God. So, he or it is God who is having the knowledge, Utpatti and Vinasha, about the creation and the dissolution of all beings. He is having that idea. He is having that knowledge. It's just simple to him. We do not know what is going to happen, what will happen. So constantly we go on dreaming, and the dream only goes on pushing us to go and forward. At the fag end of our life, we see, oh no, nothing we could achieve. So here, but Bhagavan, the God, he knows everything. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he knew everything. Before his birth, and when he was a child, and afterwards, everything he knew. What is going to happen, what will happen, everything. And when all his mother and his elder brother, they were secretly searching for a match, a girl for him, so that he can marry. Now he is practicing austerity, and in India, always, every time, religion means you have to practice brahmacharya. Otherwise, so naturally they were thinking this person also will not agree to marry. But Sri Ramakrishna himself said, where you are searching? They were going to this village, that village, this house, that house. But he himself said, go to Jairambati, is a 6 kilometer away another village. Go to Jairambati. In the Mukherjee's house, Mukhopadhyay house, there is a girl and she is marked for me. I will marry her only. So he knew everything. Not that Sri Ramakrishna saw mother, no. Rather, mother saw Sri Ramakrishna when she was only 3 years old. In a function was going on. Usually in our country, in the village, the ladies, they will be sitting in one part and the people. And she was a 3 years old girl, some lady was keeping her on her lap, and then just out of fun asked, there are so many young boys are there, whom you like to marry? Immediately she pointed out, that boy, that was Sri Ramakrishna. So this is the way they knew each other. Is it just ordinary, just accidental? No. Utpattincha vinashamcha. Even they knew when the person is going to die, after the death what will happen, where he is going to go. It was so easy for Sri Ramakrishna to tell. Whoever is coming to him, immediately he is telling, in your last birth you were there, I saw you there. As if everything is known to him. Some people will be coming apparently very religious, with all religious marks. They will be putting all different type of marks on their head, forehead, and naturally they show that they are a religious person. But Sri Ramakrishna will understand, he will never touch their food or water or talk to them. That was. So how could he? It is so easy for him. Vetti vidyam avidyam cha. He knew what is knowledge and what is ignorance. In the first few chapters, when you were reading in this Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the writer himself, the Master Mahashaya, the Mahendranath Gupta, he was an MA. In those days he came, Sri Ramakrishna certainly asked him about his wife. And in those days the ladies, girls were not attending the schools, so naturally the Master Mahashaya said, she is good but ignorant, thinking that not getting school education was ignorant. Immediately, that was the first time Sri Ramakrishna said, and whole world, all people, whoever will be listening and reading it, they wonder, only knowledge is to know only one, and that is God. To know one is knowledge, to know many is ignorance. Have you ever heard it before? Ek ke janan nam gyan. Ek means one. If you can understand one, then you are knowledgeable person. And if you see many, that means you are not, you are ignorant. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, who can see only me, the one, in every being? There is nothing but you. So that is called knowledge. Utpattim, the creation, vinasham cha. In Sanskrit, cha means and. The creation and the dissolution, both he knew. Vidyam avidyam. What is vidya and what is avidya? Savacha bhagavaniti. If anyone is having this quality, then only he can be called as Bhagavan. Now, each and everyone will be having the Bhagavan title. This themselves will put on, and their disciples also add it without knowing what does it mean. Now in India, even the Supreme Court, they are giving the verdict that no one who are not actually are permitted should use red light, because the people, they are very much eager to put a red light on the car and to show that he is a VIP, very important person. And the moment the red light will be there, then usually he will be getting so many benefits. And that's why many people they like to, and who is going to check? So naturally the Supreme Court now is taking steps. They should not, otherwise they should be punished. So like that everybody is using the word Bhagavan. Now someday the Supreme Court will say, if you use the Bhagavan you have to prove, otherwise you will be punished. Then only perhaps, or otherwise it's going on in the name Bhagavan. What is Bhagavan? He himself doesn't know. In Vishnu Puran again it's telling Oisharyasya Samugrasya, the whole wealth. Samagra Viryasya Yashasya Sriya Jnana Vairagya Yoschaiva Shannam Bhaga Iti Smritam. See, the Vishnu Puran, they have given the definition. You have to have the 6 special qualities. The first and foremost is the riches. You should have the all power, all capacity. What is this richness? Jewelry? Of course. Anything in this world can be achieved. If the God wills, it can. You can notice, we do not know, majority of us, almost all the gods and goddesses, small g, of Hindu gods and goddesses, they are having lot of jewelry. And we love to give jewelry. What does it mean? We do not know, we do not understand. But actually, it is one of the symbol that God can achieve all Aisharja, all the riches, everything. And this, not only the jewelry, this is except some Kali and other gods and goddesses, some of the Shiva, Kali, so they are without any jewelry. All gods and goddesses are having the jewelry. The Durga, the Jagadhatri, Lakshmi, Saraswati, all beautiful and decorated with the jewelry. And so much and so much. Because of this, Aisharya is nothing to do with the ordinary gold or other jewelries. It is actually that Aisharya. Only this, the worldly things, worldly richness? No. At the same time, all the time in India, in our philosophy, the moment they say something, both the meanings. One is the ordinary worldly meaning, another spiritual meaning. Aisharja means all the richness of the spirituality, it is in God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was having nothing. Then also he said, if I knew this world is true, then I would have covered the whole my birthplace, Kamarpukur, with gold. Jodi jantam ei jagat satya, if I knew this world is true, Kamarpukur shona diye dheke ditam. And now I was reading in American newspaper, they mentioned the very peculiarly Indian people have a hankering for gold. And just before the Kali Puja, I think, now the business community now they have advertised in this way, this particular day one must have a little gold at least. Ki Sharna something. That before the Kali Puja day, all they go out, they purchase at least a little portion of gold. The gold should be there. When the girl is married, gold should be given. There's so much of fashion of gold people will be, and naturally now the gold is very, very costly. Now this way, the Aisharja Samagra, the richness is of both. Everything the God is having in his power. Then Viryasya, Virya means strength. He is having all the strength. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, we call him Bhagavan. One gentleman came, he was asking, He was born over here just as an ordinary person, only 1836. We know the father, the mother, the whole life. How can you call him Bhagavan? He has not shown any miracle. Has he not shown any miracle? Look at Swami Vivekananda. Is the greatest miracle of Sri Ramakrishna. Who is he? Just an ordinary student of Calcutta University? He came, he stood, he called the American people, 7,000 best minds of America, sisters and brothers, and everybody stood up and started clapping. What was there? Miracle of Sri Ramakrishna. Viryasya, he is having all power, strength. Sri Ramakrishna in his own life also, so many times he has shown his strength. A person who was so famous, Keshav Chandra Sen in those days, he was also a dharma guru, a religious leader. Sri Ramakrishna went to meet him, and the moment Sri Ramakrishna reached, talked, he became his disciple. Is it so easy to just influence a person just like that? A person like his personality? They say that he was invited to dine with the Queen of England, Queen Victoria. Think of it. The so powerful queen in those days. And they used to say, when Keshav speaks, whole world listens. Then afterwards it was proved, when Sri Ramakrishna speaks, Keshav listens. Is it not the power? Virya. A tremendous power. Sri Ramakrishna himself, sometimes some people will come to have a dialogue with him. They are all highly qualified people. And Sri Ramakrishna will try to hide. He said, they are so well-read, well-versed people. I am an idiot, mother. Why you are sending these people to me? Only to insult me? He will go to his mother, Ma Kali, and will go on complaining and trying to, as the children will always, when they are afraid, go and take shelter behind the mother. He will be going and taking the shelter behind the mother of the universe. But the mother will push him. She will push Sri Ramakrishna to go and face these people. The moment they come before him, immediately a tremendous power, he himself is telling, comes within me, and I just look at them and say, nothing, they are nobody. So like this, one person came, he had the occult power. He used to come and challenge in debate. In India, we had to have lot of fighting, but not with the sword, but with word. The debating. You have to prove that I am not that way educated in the scripture. Shankaracharya, Buddha, they did. And he came and he used to shout a lot. When the person, the opponent is sitting, telling something, immediately he will be shouting. That was his occult power. Through that shouting, he will be taking away the opponent's power. And he met Sri Ramakrishna. When this person shouted, immediately Sri Ramakrishna stood up and shouted much higher than him. And he also shouted, Sri Ramakrishna also repeated. All people gathered together, what they are doing? They are not understanding. Then ultimately that man lost all his occult power to Sri Ramakrishna. So this is the virya, the strength. Jesus also showed, he called a dead man to life. This is a kind of any ordinary person can do. Jesus, he called the dead man to life. He walked on the water. He fed the multitude, as they say, many people, just a small piece of bread. Everybody was satisfied. Sri Krishna, when he was remembered by the Kunti, Draupadi, because one rishi came, and that was a plan by Duryodhana. The rishi, in every little thing, used to get angry and to curse. And he was very powerful rishi. People were very afraid that he should not be angry. Otherwise, the cursing means everything they are going to lose. And he came with so many disciples. When all the food was over, he came and said, "We are hungry, give us food." The moment anyone comes to your home and asks for food, you are supposed to give. And that too. And now he said, "Okay, I am giving you a little time. We are going for the bathing. In the meantime, prepare." And 1,000 people. Except miracle, it is impossible. Then the lady started meditating on Krishna. "Oh Krishna, please help me, help me, help me." Because this man will now come after some time and will obviously going to give us the curse. No one can help us except you, because you are the God yourself. Krishna appeared and said, "Are you having little food? Give it to me." And she found, yes, everybody has already eaten and they were in the jungle, in the exile, where they will get food, provision. So anyway, a little food was left over there. She gave it to Krishna, and Krishna took it and said, "Let everybody be satisfied." Why we offer food to God? Because of that. With that intention, the moment God is accepting my food, each and every one, wherever, they should be satisfied. As because we cannot call like the Draupadi, so the Krishna is not coming, God is not coming. We are giving the food and just we are giving without any devotion and faith. But if one can do, Sri Ramachandra, just his name was written, they were writing the name on a stone and throwing on in the water, it was floating. People doubt, but there is nothing to doubt. This is virya, the strength. Anything can happen. That's why Sri Ramakrishna again and again say, your science cannot prove it. There are many, many things are there which can be done if the God wills. It can. Now, Aisharyasya Samugrasya, this is the Aisharya, then Virya, Yasha, the fame. The Rama, the Krishna, the Sri Ramakrishna, the Jesus Christ, all over the people they knew. Who were they? Kings. Ramakrishna, of course, they were kings. But about Sri Ramakrishna, if you go in the journals in those days and the books, so many people wrote about Sri Ramakrishna. Who was he? As a priest in the Dakshineshwar temple, he was not having anything. Who was Jesus? But the whole of Middle East people, they were discussing about Jesus only. Either criticizing or appreciating, either having the enmity or becoming the follower. But as Swami Vivekananda said, either you have to criticize me or praise me. You cannot ignore me. You cannot ignore me, because this is my personality, means this is called yasha, the fame. Sri Ramakrishna never lectured like the Keshav Chandra Sen. Sri Ramakrishna never wrote anything like the Michael Madhusudan Datta. He was never in the power, he was having nothing, but everybody was knowing his name. This is called yasha, the fame. So, first is Aisharya, he is having the wealth of all, spiritual, at the same time the worldly wealth. Then he was having the virya, strength. And when we were discussing about the strength, we can think of the strength that we get through the meditation, through this, as they call it, this yoga. If you practice the yoga, you get Ashtasiddhi, 8 different types of power, supernatural power. Ashtasiddhi, Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, then Prapatti, Prakarmya, Ishitva, Vashitva. So these 8 different power they get. Now we have seen in the life of Mahavira, Hanumanji, the people will be wondering just because they have not practiced it. Now suppose 100 years before, can anyone thought of this computer? Now I am speaking over here, standing over here in America, in a village of America, the Omar claim, and in Calcutta, in other places, they are seeing me, hearing me. 100 years before, if you had talked like this, people would have put you in the fire. Oh, he is possessed. And now it is so natural. Everybody is telling, Swamiji, are you having Skype? Please call me in Skype. It is so natural, so normal. In the telephone also, when you are talking, you can see the person who is talking, he can also like that. It's so easy now, everything is so easy. When the science it is coming, then people can accept. And when the same thing yoga is telling, we cannot. Now through the yoga, this anima, the small, the huge bodied Mahavira, when he was going, suddenly there was a demon, and he said, "No, you cannot go, you have to pass through my mouth." Okay, he said, "All right, open your mouth, I am coming." The moment you opened the mouth, he became so small, he just passed through that. When he closed the mouth, he was out already. And similarly, it happened when at the gate of the Sri Lanka, there was also a goddess, and she told, "You cannot pass me." And Hanuman became so small, she couldn't find Hanuman. Hanuman entered. And then afterwards, this way one can become small, one can become very big. The anima, then Mahima, gigantic. When he was bound, they took to the court of the Ravana. Ravana was sitting on the throne. Hanuman said, "What? They have not given even a small chair for me. Okay, I will make the chair." He was going on spreading his body and the tail became so big, equal to the chair of the throne of the king Ravana. He sat over there. People are wondering how this can be done, and this is so easy. The people could do like this. In those days, people used to get this, they used to practice. There was a demon, they call it demon nowadays because they went against the Ramachandra, but they were yogis. Now, if you go and tell our devotees of Sri Ramachandra, the Hanuman is not that this Hanumana of the monkeys that we see on the trees, they won't believe. That is our ignorance. Hanumana was a yogi, and all the Hanumana that we see, that was a clan, it's a caste. And they used to wear the mask of Hanumana. So there are many other instances are there. They were actually human beings, and Hanumana was a human being. In one place, Swami Vivekananda also mentioned, he was a yogi, and the monkey, ordinary monkey, cannot control the mind. A yogi means totally control mind, and he was having all the power. That is why Ramachandra selected him. He knew that he will be able to do it. By ordinary power, it is not possible. So he was having Ashtasiddhi, Anima. Mahima means gigantic. Then Garima means heavy. The Bhima, he was going in to find out some flower, and he was very proud of his strength. Oh, I can fight with the elephant also. I am the most powerful person in this world. Hanumana, who was a son of the air god, and Pavanaputra, and Bhima was also the son of the same god. So obviously Hanumana, he felt, my brother, he is ruining his power just by having that ego. I have to help him. So he took the form of an old monkey lying on the road, and the tail from this side to that side, covering the whole road. And this is the custom in India that you should not cross the body of any person, because inside the body God resides. Why we come and touch the feet of the venerable people, our elderly people? Not because of the person, because God resides. And you will always see the elderly people will always touch that young people and will kiss, because the God resides. So both way we do, that is the system we always practice. Hanumana came, Bhima came, he saw the Hanumana lying over there, and he said, "Hey Hanumana, can you please take your tail on one side, I like to go. I cannot cross your body." Hanumana said, "Look at me, I am so old, so sick, I cannot move it. Why don't you just try and move it, help me?" Then Bhima said, "Okay." He tried to lift the tail of a only small monkey. So he tried to lift the tail with the left hand, but it was so heavy. Then he tried with the right hand, heavier. He couldn't do anything. With both the hands, then the Bhima, he used his full power. But he could not even lift an inch that tail. Then he understood, he is not an ordinary monkey, something special. Who are you? Please forgive me, please bless me. Then Hanumana took his own form and said, "Why you are thinking that you are the most powerful person in this world? God is the all powerful. He is helping you. So you are having little physical strength. Don't be proud of it." The Bhima learned and he was humble. So this is the Garima means the heaviness. He could do it. Sometimes Sri Ramakrishna, the small little boy of hardly 7 days or 8 days, and his mother kept it on the bed and covered the little boy with a little mosquito net, and she went out, came and saw, where is the little boy? Full grown person sitting, as lying, and she was started shouting, "Something has happened to my son, something." Then the father will come and say, "Don't say like that. Don't you know he is not ordinary, he is the Vishnu himself." And someday they will be picking up the small little boy, he is so light, it's no problem keeping the child on the lap for a long time, and someday he is so heavy. He used to play with the mother, the simple-hearted mother sometimes, and all the time she is afraid something has happened to my child. So why suddenly he is so heavy? Sri Ramakrishna, the Bhagavan, having all the power, the heaviness, he used to become small, he used to become big, he used to become light, he used to become heavy. Lagima means light. Then prapatti, obtain. The moment they think to get something, immediately they get. That is the power of yoga. And Sri Ramakrishna, of course, a little bit he showed, because he was not asking these people, because we are all now in the modern days, if we get this power, think of it, what will happen? If we get at least one power, what will happen? So that is the reason the Sri Ramakrishna, who is the God of the present day, he said, don't practice all this. And through his direct disciple, his beloved disciples, Narendranath, Vivekananda, he said, these are not the things that you should hanker for. Then he said to Narendra, I can give you all the 8 occult power. Will you take? Look at it. If he gives me even the offer, I think I will at least take 1 or 2. But immediately the Narendranath said, is it going to help me to realize God? He said, no. But people will appreciate. Thousands of people will come to you. You will become a very powerful person. He said, I don't need. I need only those things that will help me to realize God. So this power, when it was to obtaining, the moment you think, you get. Sri Ramakrishna wanted some pure-hearted people because he was having that knowledge. He wanted to give it to them so that they can spread it for the ordinary people, for the masses. And he went on the rooftop and gave a call, Ore tora ke kothai achish I. Where you are, my children, come. I am sitting over here to give it to you. All the treasure that I have got through my austerity. And then suddenly started coming the Narendranath, Rakhal, Baburam, Sharat, all very pure-hearted young generation. He gave the call and they came. Whatever he wanted, it happened. One day, his young disciples, they were hungry and there was nothing in his room. And he was thinking, what do you want to eat? They naturally, the wishes, is nothing wrong to dream. Then he said, Malpua. Malpua is a special type of a sweet that is particularly they prepare in Bengal. And suddenly, the moment they were discussing about Malpua, one boat came from Calcutta and one lady was getting down from the boat with a full jar full of Malpua. And Sri Ramakrishna immediately called all the young people, come, come, come. Mal esheche, Malpua, he is not telling the full name, he is telling the half of it. Mal esheche, it has come, now come and enjoy it. The moment do you think it appears over there? He was thinking, oh, if I could give a fencing over here, this plant that I have planted over, and I must give the fencing, but where I will get all the woods and the rope and all those things are necessary to give the fence? Next day morning he found from somewhere a full thing which were necessary to give the fencing drifted in the water, and there it is lying. Like this it happened many, many times. If you read the life of all these people, particularly Raja Maharaj, he was sitting all alone on the bank of a river, nowhere, no people. Then one day he was thinking, oh, if I could get hot luchi, the special food in Bengal, the luchi and these, I could enjoy eating. Next day morning another person is over there. His god was, his Ishta Devata is Ramachandra. He said, oh sir, I was searching for you yesterday also I searched, somehow I could get you today, please take this thing and eat. And he saw whatever he thought, it is there. Then he was asking, how could you know that I want to eat all these? Because last night, so many times, my God came and told, my son is waiting over there. He wants to eat this. Prepare properly and take it to him. He said, how could you know that I am the son that the god Rama was indicating? He showed you too. Whole area he showed. So it's not once, thrice I saw him there. And last time the Rama became so angry that I am not getting up. So I got up in the midnight and prepared the whole food and I am coming to you. Please accept it. If you moment wish, everything is done. So that is why when a holy person goes to somebody's house, if he is even insulted, he pray for those people. Otherwise, if he is angry, some wrong may happen. That's why the holy person particularly, they should be very, very careful. And when they are going over there, they do not know, many times they do not know, but a little power is there. If they are angry on someone, it becomes very bad for that. He doesn't know, the person is not understanding. So the person who is trying to be holy, to realize God, they must always be concerned that they should not think anything wrong against any person. The moment anything, sometimes it may happen in the work, if you are little angry, immediately come and pray to God for his benefit or her benefit. Thakur, I just became little angry, please don't mind. He is or she is all right. There was a lady, the mad auntie, the famous character in the life of Ma Sharadamani Devi. And that she used to go on abusing the mother, though mother used to take her all care, and she all through her life was taking care of her daughter, Radhu. Pagli Mami, they used to call as a imbalanced, that Mami, that lady. One day, what happened? She came suddenly without any sound. She was abusing mother as usual. Mother was going on, dressing the vegetable, working. Suddenly, somehow he took a very big size brinjal and came from the back and gave a very powerful blow on the back of the mother. And it was so painful, mother cried, shouting, and then turned and saw her, and somehow from her mouth, only once in her life, a curse came out. And in that curse she said, Thakur never touched this body. Even when if he was somehow threw a flower at me, he always taken care of me. Are you hurt? And now you have given me so much pain. Let your that hand be spoiled, and it will come out from your body. Hath khoshe podbe. And then immediately she took the dust from her own feet and was going on giving on her head, and was going on crying and praying, oh my God, what I have done. Why I have cursed her? It is only to prove that they are not ordinary people, very powerful people. The moment they said everything, it happened like that. This is Aishwarya, Samagra, Virya, Yasha, then Sriya, the beauty, then Jnana, Vairagya. These are another three we will discuss in our next class. So this is a beautiful way they are giving Ashtasiddhi, the Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, Prapatti, Prakarmya, and Ishitva. We will discuss in our next class. It is already 8:30. These two things helps us. We will just conclude in that. Tapo Vidyacha Viprasya Nisriya Shakaram Param Nisriya Shakaram Param Tapasa Killishamhanti Vidyaya Amritam Asnute. Tapasa means the mind is going to so many places, so many things, again and again drawing it back and putting at the feet of the Sira. Bhagavan, God, Lord, that is tapasya. What is tapasya? Ma Sharadamani Devi is telling, what is tapasya? Trying to remember God every moment, that is tapasya. Trying to remember God every moment. And then jnana, having faith in the words of holy person like Sri Ramakrishna, Jesus, Ma Sarada, believing in their words and praying, praying and praying. Tapasa killisham hanti, that is sin. They wash away all the sins, and vidyaya amritamasnute, and that knowledge that God is there, it is sure, because Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said. I can see God because Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said. I can talk with God because Sri Ramakrishna promised. Only thing I have to do two things. I have to go on trying 24 hours every moment to keep my mind on the feet of God and go on practicing as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, jnana, knowledge. God is one, all pervading, that I will practice. Well, friends, next day again we will read about this chapter and go further. Let us conclude by offering our pranam to the present day God in the form of Sri Ramakrishna. Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Drita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.